Club in DC. AP Tour is playing here tonight, and I'm getting ready to interview Jersey Moriarty from Hey Monday. Hey, this is Madison from School Life Studios, and I'm here today with Jersey Moriarty from Hey Monday. Thanks for taking the time to talk with me.
Of course.
So, I go to school with a lot of young musicians who are hoping to establish themselves as professional musicians. So, I want to start with some questions about how you started your own career.
Sure.
So, when did you start playing an instrument, and what was your first instrument?
When I was really little, my parents got me this Sesame Street, I think it was Sesame Street, no, it was Muppet Babies keyboard. And I learned how to play Old MacDonald on it. And then when they realized that I knew how to play Old MacDonald on that, they bought me a bigger keyboard. And I learned how to play Twinkle Twinkle Little Star on that. And I just kind of worked it up from there.
What kind of music did you listen to when you started playing?
I've listened to a little bit of everything. It's always kind of been based on like what my parents have listened to on the radio around the house. A lot of like Bruce Springsteen, Jackson Brown. My first CD I ever owned, I think, was Bruce Springsteen's Greatest Hits. I had Donna Lewis CD.
Were you involved in any organized music programs when you were in school?
Yeah, I was in chorus for I want to say almost all of elementary school, and I started band when I was in 4th grade, and I did it through middle school. And then once I got to high school, I started playing, all the regular bands like pop, rock stuff. So.
What made you decide to switch from bass from guitar?
It was actually one of my bands was breaking up. One of my old pop punk bands, At a Glance, was breaking up, and there was another local band called Someday Never. And as my band was breaking up, their bassist had left, and they were always kind of a little bigger than us, a little more involved with the music scene than us, and they had toured, and I knew that, and I really wanted to be in a band like that real, that big, And so I emailed them. Actually, I was on MySpace. We were shooting MySpace messages, and just said, hey, I've never played bass in a band, but I can play bass. If you want to give me a try, and that's kind of just what happened. That was 5 years ago. So.
How did you learn bass?
It's all pretty relative to guitar. I feel like, there are a lot of elements about bass that are different than guitar, but for the most part, if you know how to play the guitar, if you know the notes on a guitar, I feel like it's pretty simple to teach yourself how to play bass from there. And at that point, I'd been playing guitar for, nearly 8 or 9 years, so I just kind of transferred over.
How did you become the bass player for Hey Monday?
My band that I joined, Hey Monday, not Hey Monday, Someday Never, had toured down through Florida a couple times, 2 or 3 times, and oddly enough, we played with our old drummer, Elliot's old band. And so it's a chain of different things there. But, and then we just kept in touch and found out that his band broke up, and Cassidy and Mike's old band broke up, and Alex's old band broke up, and they were getting together and making a band, and they just asked me if I wanted to play bass.
Is practicing bass an important part of your day?
I should probably practice more than I do. But, we play for a half hour every single day, you know what I mean? So it's not that I don't need practice, but that also is a major way of getting better, or just, being alright at it, is just playing every single day for at least a half hour,
Do you have any advice for up-and-coming bass players?
Practice. Listen to a lot of kick drum. Keep your rhythm tight. Sit on a subwoofer when the music's on if you have a chance, because that just tightens it. It gives you more of a sense of what you're supposed to be playing as a bassist. So.
Do you have some kind of routine to get ready for a show?
I do a vocal warm-up, because I do the backing vocals with Cassidy, and just kind of get loose, loosen up, get ready, get prepped to go out and have a good time. So.
Okay, so now I asked some other musicians to send in some questions, so I have a couple here.
Okay, cool.
So, first one's from Jimmy, who's in the band My Indian Summer, which plays in the Baltimore area. He wants to know, What can a band do to develop a following out of state?
Internet. Just internet. You know, and touring, obviously. You know, like get in touch with other promoters from other clubs out of state. And, you know, not saying you have to tour the entire country or the entire world to get that following, but, you know, as soon as you play a venue that maybe is 5 minutes out of your state, you know, some kids might have seen you or someone might have seen you there. You might have made that connection there that'll get you that gig, you know, an hour outside of your state, you know, and it just spreads from there. Twitter, MySpace, Facebook, Beer Volume, all that stuff, you know, a lot of it's fading, but all of it's still just as important as it's always been, you know, because, you know, people will say, oh, it's not important anymore because not as many people are using it, but, I mean, it's one more thing that people will see you on, you know, listen to your music on, so, I mean, internet and just being social, word of mouth, playing out.
So, Celeste, who's an instrumental music student at Duke Ellington School of the Arts, has 2 questions.
Mm-hmm.
The first one, of course, from her is, are you single?
Yes, as of now, currently. Looking to change that.
The second one is, what was the first song you learned on bass?
Ooh. Probably some sort of Blink-182 song. I mean, not to say Blink-182 songs are easy or anything, but they kind of are. I feel like any kid growing up in my, you know, when I grew up, I mean, that's like the first song anyone that's, you know, my age would have tried to play. You know, like those were the jams. Like those were the songs that you wanted to play in your bedroom with the stereo blasting. You know.
Yeah.
So definitely a Blink-182 song.
Let's see, and that's it. So
Awesome.
thanks.
Wonderful. Of course. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So, this is Jersey from Hey Monday, and this is our bus. This is a seat where we get to spend time with our driver who sits there while we're driving, if we like to do so. This is our oh-so-messy front lounge. Little table action here, sink, our garbage chute. That's where all the garbage goes, down under the bus. Got 2 refrigerators on this bus. Here's our potty, where we take care of business. Shoe rack, almost the most important thing on the bus, because it keeps from our shoes being all over the place. Here's our bunk area. Everyone's little sleeping holes. I'm not going to open any of these curtains because most of them are a mess too. And this is our back lounge. This is our sound guy Tavis. Yeah, that's it. I mean, got some TV action. Our tour manager Duncan has his little production set up here. His Muse album art that he just got tattooed on the back of his leg yesterday. It's really cool. But yeah, it's home sweet home. Davis, you want some Mexican food?
What?